Let me tell you about something that happened last week. A patient walked into my office looking defeated and frustrated. He said his mind goes blank right before intimate moments. His heart races, palms sweat, and confidence completely disappears instantly. Does this sound familiar to you right now? You're definitely not alone in this struggle today. Performance anxiety affects over 60% of men regularly. But here's the truth nobody talks about openly. Your nerves aren't your enemy at all here. They're actually trying to protect you from perceived threats. The problem is your brain misinterprets intimacy as danger. Today I'm sharing how to rewire that response completely. I'm going to show you exactly what works. These are the same techniques I teach my patients. And they work remarkably well when applied correctly. So if you've ever felt anxious before intimacy begins, if you've worried about disappointing your partner sexually, or if nerves have stolen your confidence repeatedly before, stay with me because this changes everything for you. First, let's understand what's actually happening inside your body. When anxiety hits, your sympathetic nervous system activates immediately. This is your fight or flight response kicking in. Blood flow redirects away from non-essential areas quickly. Your body thinks you're facing a dangerous situation. But intimacy isn't danger, it's connection and pleasure. The key is teaching your body this difference. I had a patient, let's call him Mark here. Mark is 52 and happily married 15 years. Suddenly he started experiencing anxiety before intimate moments together. He'd think about whether he'd perform well tonight. That thought alone would trigger his anxiety response fast. His body would tense up and confidence would vanish. Mark felt trapped in a cycle he couldn't break. Sound familiar to your own experience perhaps? Here's what we did together that changed everything. First, we addressed the breathing pattern during anxious moments. Most men start breathing shallow and fast when nervous. This actually increases anxiety and makes everything much worse. Instead, try this simple technique right now with me. Breathe in slowly for 4 seconds through your nose. Hold that breath gently for 4 seconds total time. Now exhale slowly for 6 seconds through your mouth. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system immediately and effectively. That's your rest and digest mode switching on now. That's your rest and digest mode switching on now. Do this 5 times before any intimate situation begins. Mark practiced this daily for just 2 weeks consistently. He noticed his baseline anxiety dropped significantly during intimacy. Second technique is mental reframing of the entire situation. Stop thinking about intimacy as a performance to evaluate. Start viewing it as a shared experience together. You're not putting on a show for judgment here. You're connecting with someone who cares about you deeply. When Mark shifted his mindset this way completely, he stopped putting pressure on himself to be perfect. The anxiety naturally decreased because stakes felt lower now. Third, and this is crucial for long-term success, address the timing of when anxiety typically starts appearing. For most men, it begins hours before intimacy happens. You start thinking about it during the day already. Worrying builds up like a snowball rolling downhill fast. Here's what you do instead starting right now. When anxious thoughts appear, acknowledge them without judgment immediately. Say to yourself, that's just my brain being protective. Then redirect your focus to something else entirely different. This prevents the anxiety snowball from building up gradually. Mark used this technique throughout his workday successfully every time. By evening, his anxiety levels were manageable and controlled. Fourth strategy involves physical preparation of your entire body. Exercise earlier in the day releases tension effectively always. Even a 20-minute walk reduces cortisol significantly. Avoid alcohol despite what you might think helps here. Alcohol actually increases anxiety after initial relaxation wears off. It also affects blood flow negatively for intimate performance. Stay hydrated throughout the day for optimal body function. Mark started walking every morning before work began daily. He noticed he felt calmer throughout entire days consistently. 5th, communicate openly with your partner about feelings honestly. This is perhaps the most powerful tool available. Most partners are incredibly understanding and supportive when told. They want connection, not perfection from you ever. When Mark finally talked to his wife candidly, she said she never cared about perfect performance anyway. She just wanted to feel close to him emotionally. That conversation alone reduced his anxiety by half immediately. Now let's talk about the moment right before intimacy. This is when anxiety peaks for most men typically. Use a grounding technique to bring yourself present now. Notice 5 things you can see around you currently. 4 things you can physically touch right now here. 3 things you can hear in your environment clearly. 2 things you can smell at this very moment. 1 thing you can taste in your mouth right now. This pulls you out of anxious thoughts into present. Your body relaxes when focused on current sensory experience. Mark used this technique every single time without fail. He said it was like an emergency brake for anxiety. Another powerful approach is progressive muscle relaxation technique daily. Starting at your toes, tense muscles for 5 seconds. Then release and notice the relaxation feeling spreading throughout. Move up through your entire body systematically and slowly. Calves, thighs, abdomen, chest, arms, and face muscles sequentially. This releases physical tension stored in your body tissues. Practice this daily, not just before intimate moments only. Your body learns to relax more easily over time. Mark did this every night before sleeping peacefully. Within 3 weeks, his overall tension decreased dramatically everywhere. Here's something critical that most men miss completely. Confidence comes from preparation, not from hoping anxiety disappears. When you practice these techniques regularly and consistently, your brain learns new patterns of responding to situations. Neural pathways literally change through repeated practice over time. This isn't about willpower or trying harder at all. It's about training your nervous system properly with consistency. Mark practiced daily for 1 month without skipping ever. His confidence returned stronger than it was before problems. Now he rarely experiences anxiety before intimate moments anymore. Let me give you a practical plan starting today. Morning, do 20 minutes of exercise or walking outside. Afternoon, practice breathing technique for 5 minutes minimum time. Evening, progressive muscle relaxation before bed every single night. Before intimacy, use breathing and grounding techniques together always. During intimacy, focus on connection, not performance evaluation ever. After intimacy, appreciate the experience without harsh self-judgment. This consistent approach rewires your brain's response patterns completely. Remember, this is a process, not instant transformation overnight. Be patient and compassionate with yourself throughout this journey. Mark took about 6 weeks to feel completely confident. But improvements started showing within the first week clearly. One more critical point about seeking professional help always. If anxiety is severe or affects your life significantly, consider talking to a healthcare provider or therapist soon. Sometimes underlying issues need professional attention and treatment always. There's absolutely no shame in getting help you need. In fact, it's the smartest thing you can do. Mark combined these techniques with therapy for few months. The combination was incredibly powerful for his complete recovery. Your relationship with intimacy can absolutely change for better. Nerves can transform into excitement rather than debilitating fear. Confidence builds when you understand and work with your body. You deserve to enjoy intimacy without anxiety stealing joy. Your partner deserves the real, present, confident you always. Start implementing these techniques today, not tomorrow or someday. Make that commitment to yourself right now this moment. If this video helped you understand anxiety better today, hit that subscribe button to get more health content. Drop a comment telling me which technique you'll try first. Like this video if you found value here today. Share it with someone who might benefit from information. Remember, I'm here providing science-based solutions for you. Your health and confidence matter more than you realize. Take control starting today with these proven techniques always. I'll see you in the next video soon.